Hi everyone, and welcome to my quick top tips on the Enactus UK Partner Competition 2021. My name's Caroline, I'm from Enactus UK and I'm the Partnership and Engagement Manager. Today we're going to be covering the Sodexo Stop Hunger Partner Competition. We'll be going through the brief, we'll be going through the logistics and a quick overview of the competition itself. So to begin with, the Sodexo Stop Hunger Foundation Challenge is obviously a group competition, so it is for a project. The deadline is the 5th of March, so definitely one to look out for. It is coming around quickly. How you submit the application is to myself. You'll see the email there on the screen, so it is ccollins@enactus.org. This competition is for UK-based projects, specifically focused around alleviating hunger, promoting good health, nutrition and well-being, and improving the quality of life for beneficiaries. So that is the topic area. Okay. Just a quick one with the brief. So I would really recommend going to our website where you'll find the brief. So it is under the Partner Competitions tab. It is talking about all about how the inequalities gap is worsening, with the disadvantaged people being at greater risk of poor nutrition. So that again is something that you might want to reference when you're talking about your project in the brief and how your project alleviates this or working to alleviate this. Sodexo Stops Hunger Foundation is looking to support social action projects that meet their charitable objectives. So again, as a top tip, I would research the Sodexo Stop Hunger Foundation and integrate that into your application, because that will make it stronger. And when we send them to Sodexo, they will be looking out for teams who have been able to reference what they're doing as a foundation and integrating that into how you are furthering these aims through your own projects. Okay, just a few things on logistics. So like I've already said, have a look at the Sodexo Foundation's mission, and try and integrate this into your application, even going as far as lifting quotes for this. Okay, this will allow you to reference how your project supports the mission. I would like you to detail a budget breakdown for your Sodexo project. We've tried to really make the application process very, very simple, and you'll see that on the Word document. But it would be great to see a budget breakdown for on average about £500. It's good to start here and then work through what are your needs to have for your project. What do you absolutely need to make your project happen, rather than what would be nice to have in addition to your project. So think about what you desperately need to run a pilot for this, or what you desperately need to help another 5 beneficiaries, and integrate that into your budget breakdown. I would always also recommend talking about your short-term goals, your medium and your long-term goals for the next year of the project, because they'd really like to see how this is going to have long-term sustainability, because Sodexo want to invest in projects that are going to be around for the next 2 years, the next year or so, and they'll want to see evidence of how you're making this sustainable, whether you've got a project partner that you're working with currently, and what your plans are to make sure that this project is quite robust in its impact of helping beneficiaries. Which brings me on to my next point. Talk about the impact that you want to have on your beneficiaries, or you are currently having. I would also recommend you sending your application to Claire and Maisie to review this, like a week before the 5th of March deadline. You will also notice that within the Word document, it asks you for a UA signature and a VPE signature. So make sure you are also sending the draft application, even if it's just the first draft, to your university advisor a week before the 5th of March deadline, to make sure that you have their signature, their digital signature on that. Okay. And my final piece of advice is to talk about not only how the £500 and the funding from Sodexo's foundation will help your project, but also the business advice that you might gain from the mentoring of Sodexo if you were to win this partner competition. So talk about how you would really benefit from their expertise, and in what way and why, and how will that get your project to the next level. So obviously funding is very important to talk about and how you're going to utilize that, but just as important, Sodexo will want to know what they can do to help you elevate your project even further. So make sure you're referencing that within your application. Like I said, this is a Word document application, and it needs to be sent to myself at ccollins@enactus.org on the 5th of March, if not before. Okay, if you have any questions about this, please do email me in advance of the deadline. And of course, good luck with your applications. I'm really looking forward to reading them and reviewing them, and seeing how all the fantastic work that you've been doing on this topic area.